Here today with Scott Linde, correct?
Correct.
And obviously, nice to meet you.
shake
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hand.
nice to meet you. In the U.S. Army, currently serving, right?
Currently serving.
So, how long have you been in the Army for?
I've been in the Army. I joined the Guard in '93, but I did 6 years in the Marine Corps from '82 to '88.
Wow. So you took a few years off and
Took
went
a few
back.
years
Yeah,
off.
just felt like you needed to get back involved, or what?
I was moving back from Mississippi to Minnesota, and I needed some money,
Yeah.
so I joined the Guard for a little extra cash
Yeah.
and had fun, and just been
Kept
there
doing
ever
it.
since.
That's cool. So,
So-
what's is this your main gig, your main 9 to 5 right now?
This
or?
is my main 9 to 5 too. I
Yeah.
work on the helicopters 4
Okay.
days a week, 10 hours a day,
Here locally at the.
right here at the airport.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
And so, how long have you been stationed here for?
I moved down here in July of '04,
Okay, cool, awesome.
looking for a job.
Yeah, that's great though, and it
Yeah.
worked out. I mean, that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do they call that? Job security.
Yeah, yeah.
Always gonna need someone to fix it. Mechanics, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Robots aren't there yet. So, when you were in the Marine Corps in the '80s, did you go overseas? Did you go anywhere?
Nope, there wasn't much going on
Yeah,
back in
yeah,
the '80s,
yeah.
so I was stuck out in Yuma, Arizona.
Okay, how'd you like that?
Once I figured it out, I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed being out there. That was
What do you mean by
interesting.
figured it out?
Fishing, hunting,
Okay, so
Things
with
like that.
yeah, what you could do for
Yeah,
your
what you
time.
could
Yeah, I
do
gotcha.
and-
That makes sense. That's cool.
you know, other than just going into Mexico and drinking. you
Yeah,
know.
I bet that was in the '80s. Mexico was a completely.
It was
different,
interesting.
I bet it was a completely different ball game.
Yes, it
than
was.
now. That's cool. Did were you a mechanic in the Marines, or did you?
I worked fixed wing in
You
the Marine
worked
Corps.
for fixed wing? That's cool. That's awesome. So, did you always do stuff with your hands? Were you just that was just kind of where they were like, this guy might be good, and you're like, hey, I kind of
No,
like this.
I had actually completed an associate's degree in natural resources. So when I talked to the Marine Corps recruiter, he's like, "Well, you can pick what you want." I'm like, airplanes. So, been doing it ever since.
That's cool. That's really cool. So are you eyeing retirement? Are you just gonna ride it out till
4.5 years.
4.5? You got 4.5 years left.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then
You gonna be able to stay here? Or do you think they'll move you somewhere else?
oh no, the National Guard doesn't move you much. So,
So you'll be able to stay
I'll
here
be
and do
staying
that.
here until
That's
then.
cool. So walk me through like what kind of the stuff that you do, like as far as mechanic stuff. Do they just bring it in and say, hey, this is what's going on? Is it day to day different? And
Yeah, where I work at out here is we're a real small group. We control the aircraft that pilots from the TASMG or the big depot out here.
I've seen them
Their
fly.
pilot
Yeah.
their pilots come and fly our aircraft.
Yeah.
So we control those aircraft and fix them and just maintain them.
Yeah. Keep them up. And
You
stuff
know,
like
yeah.
that.
Now on my weekends, for my M-Day side, we
Mm-hmm.
call it, I'm a crew chief. So I actually get to go fly in them too.
That's awesome.
And we're in the medevac unit, so it's a pretty good mission.
Yeah, that's cool. So you get to fly kind of all over the country when you do that?
I
Or-
have,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's
I've,
cool.
I've flown helicopters back from Maine, and I've flown them out to Washington.
I bet going over the Rockies is pretty cool.
We actually went south. So
Okay.
Yeah, we had to stop in Vegas. And,
Yeah,
you know,
well,
what can
why
I say?
not? Yeah, why not? That's really cool. Did you? So you went through flight training, I'm assuming, and all that stuff? Or?
Just local here.
Really?
Yeah,
And then
for the crew chiefs in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our biggest thing is if we have passengers or equipment that we got to secure.
Gotcha.
Make sure the pilots don't mess up.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. My best friend's in the Navy and flies helicopters in Japan
Okay.
right now, and loves it. But he had to go through extensive.
Yeah, it's a
extensive
little
training
different.
for that stuff.
Yeah, even for the guys in the back in those, they got to do all the water stuff, and I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
No, yeah, it was crazy. He went through the real tough. I can't remember what's it called when they basically put you back. It's like another boot camp, but basically it's like this is what happens when you fall behind enemy lines. Right?
Yes.
He was in a really bad relationship at the time. He's probably going to kill me for talking about this, but it's a crazy story because he went to that training for a week, where it's like you get like a bowl of rice for the whole week. And,
Yeah,
and I mean it's extensive. Like this is what
Yep.
could happen to you if you go down.
It's funny because our pilots have to do that, but we don't.
Yeah.
So-
But so he does that, gets out. His wife at the time picks him up at the airport. It's like, I'm leaving you. He's like, okay, cool. He was so numb from it
Yeah.
that he was just like, whatever. Or honestly, it was a bad relationship. He's remarried. The girl he's married to is amazing now, and that girl was trash. But yeah, it was. I mean, how do you do that to somebody after coming back from that, dude?
I've deployed twice and came back from both of them. And there's people that got the same thing.
It's tough.
It's like
support is the biggest thing lacking, I think, in the military world.
This area around here is really good.
Yeah,
They're really good around here. I've been up in North Dakota, and they're good up there.
Yeah.
Midwest is good, period.
That's good. We're more real. I mean, there are different viewpoints and stuff like that as far as here, but most of the time, regardless of your viewpoint, we usually put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
And that is something I think is extremely lacking on East and West Coast philosophies.
Yep.
Being as traveled as I am, it's one thing that makes me go nuts. I might disagree with a lot of things that go around here, but the thing is, most people put the money where the mouth is. The guys being the loudest voice on that end of the coast, they're always going to be the ones that are like, "Well, you do it. I don't want." You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's like
exactly.
Just do something about it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole nother 2-hour conversation we can have.
Oh, that one could go forever.
Do you have any kids or anything in the military?
Got 4 kids. My oldest will graduate this year.
Okay.
And they go down from there.
Yeah, that's cool.
He talked military, but I think we got him into
other
he's
things.
going into some computer stuff.
That's cool.
So
that's cool. And I think that's important. I mean, a lot of my family, the reason I do this is because we're very heavily in the military, and I think they saw that from a really early age. I was really influenced by music and what I could do with it, and that's kind of what they fueled that fire.
Yeah.
And you kind of see that there's the guys that want it, and it's usually the children that want to keep the tradition up than it is the parents saying you do it. In most cases, especially with the Marines, I found that most Marines are like, you can join any other branch, don't join the Marines.
Well, that's,
you know what I mean?
He was talking to Marines in the Army, and I'm like, well, if you're going to do it, it's going to be the Air Force for one. But he's better off doing this.
Make it work for you.
Yeah,
that's really the best thing.
He's really good with computers, and he was talking about architectural design, but now he's just doing animation, I think. I don't know. He's still...
That's cool. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, man. Got to be good at math. I keep telling my daughter, I'm like, you like that game? You know how that game was built?
Yep.
Math.
Yeah, they got a program here. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called GoCaps. It's out of Springfield. It's part of MSU and the high schools and the Chamber of Commerce, and it's kind of a... I don't know what you call it. They bring kids in from all these different schools, and they actually work in a work environment. They go out to companies and work with them. And,
see, that's awesome.
And it's great.
Yeah. Especially it helps these kids that are really, because a lot of the time, sometimes the social skills are lacking in kids that are really smart because they weren't, like I'm the opposite. I was always extremely social. I've always been a team player. I played sports. I was like, that's my game. You want to be on a team, we're all over it.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. But I had to work hard on the academic side of things. I'm not an idiot. But at the
You and me
same time,
both.
You know what I mean? Like I had to bust my ass to get through that stuff
Yep.
and do well in it. So, but you find a lot of the times you find these guys, like we were talking about engineers before we start this, that extremely lack people skills. Like they could do anything, and then you're like having little things that they just can't really get because they don't understand like this world. And I'm like, you got to have both. You know? And that's really, I think that's really cool that they do that, because that lets them see that this is the real world. Once you get out of that bedroom computer, this is how the real world works.
Here's
you
what
need
you
to be able to adapt to. Yeah,
exactly.
That's cool.
So that's a really good program.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, thanks for coming to lunch today with me, and
appreciate it.
Thanks for your very, I want to make you feel old saying long service, but your continued service. How's that?